Our next bout will be a one fall with a 60-minute time limit for the North American Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by their manager, the illustrious Perry James, at a combined weight of 458 pounds from Hollywood, California, the main attraction. And the champions at a combined weight of 461 pounds from Spartanburg, South Carolina, the Black Angel and Dion Johnson.
I tell you what, the Black Angel and Dion Johnson, your North American Tag Team Champions, getting a fantastic ovation here from the crowd in Morristown, Tennessee. Perry James getting his usual...
Well, you got to understand, main attraction here, 3 times North American Tag Team Champions, looking to go for the 4th. And you got to understand those 3 defeats. They have beaten the Rock and Roll Express before, but you got to understand they had
wasn't going to mention that,
outside help always with Perry James.
Absolutely. They never won a clear-cut victory, but they do have several disputed wins over you guys.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be a fantastic matchup. This is one fall, 1 hour time limit. This is for the North American Tag Team titles. This is for the gold. Main Attraction has been shouting for a shot since Black Angel and Dion Johnson won these belts. They have held these belts since November last year when they won them in a 4-way matchup over in Morganton, North Carolina. They have defended against everybody. The Main Attraction have not had a shot. They have it here tonight.
Well, this is what they've been looking for. This is what Perry James has been running his mouth all about, trying to get his Main Attractions back in there, trying to be the tag team titles. But tonight, Perry James, I want to let you know you have got your handfuls with a great tag team.
I tell you, the Black Angel and Dion Johnson, a very, very oiled team. They work very well together. The Main Attraction, though, as you said, very accomplished, and they blend a little speed, a little power. You know, you've got Mr. Business, Scott Powers over there weighing in at about 250 pounds, and he is all business, just like his name would indicate. And you got Chris Steele in there. He likes to call himself Mr. Pleasure, and he is a smaller, much quicker guy who likes to do a lot of the flying stuff that we were talking about earlier.
Well, that's right. But first of all, I'd like to hear Ole's comments. His about these tag teams right here, his expertise on tag team wrestling.
Well, I think the kid here that you mentioned, the smaller boy, what's his name?
Mr. Chris Steele, Mr. Pleasure.
Well, he made a mistake. He was grandstanding to the audience when he should have been paying attention to his opponent. It's going to take time, I imagine, for people to learn that or for him to learn it. But certainly the sooner he does, the better he'll be. As you mentioned, these guys are all in there for one reason, and that is to win those belts. The guy that's got the belt makes the money.
Tell you, the Black Angel there with quite a delivery there, taking both men down. They are controlling this match right here. They are working in their corner, Ole, as we were talking about earlier.
Well,
Yep.
You know, talk about match, but you see that mistake. See, that one mistake, Ben, can cost you the match. That one mistake can cost you your future.
Absolutely.
That's what these guys can get their heads screwed on right to understand. Don't turn your back. Always stay awake in that ring.
Well, Ole stated, I'm sorry, Ole.
No, it's okay. Ricky, just as you know, it takes you time. It takes you time, and you don't learn it in a year or 2 years. It takes you time to be able to know all little nuances that go along with being a good tag team wrestler.
Well, that's right. But, you know, I want to say one thing. We're going to be in Bluefield, Virginia.
Absolutely.
Is that Virginia or West Virginia?
That's Bluefield, Virginia. It's right next door to Bluefield, West Virginia, at the Pocahontas High School for Project Graduation. That's Friday night, April 30th. And we'd like to say hello to all the folks over in Granite Quarry, North Carolina. We're going to be at Granite Fest the next night in Granite Quarry, Ricky, the big outdoor festival over there in Granite Quarry. I'd like to say hello to Diana Kreider and the folks over there in Granite Quarry. Quite a show last year over there for them. It was fantastic. We're going back on a Saturday afternoon, May the 1st.
Where is that at? Granite Quarry?
Yes, Granite Quarry, North Carolina.
That's
It's right next door to Salisbury, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
They have
up on 85.
Exactly. They have a big festival there every year, Granite Fest outside, and the folks there turned out in droves last year to see North American Championship
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Myself, Buff Bagwell was there. We had a great time.
And the Bluefield, Virginia event is we're going to be raising funds for the Project Graduation up there.
Oh, that's great.
Should be fantastic. The we're going to have the tag team champions up there. So probably one of these two teams who are competing here tonight will be on those cards defending those tag team belts.
Yeah, you know, Ben, I've been all over Virginia. I never heard of Bluefield, Virginia. What's that near?
It's right next door to Bluefield, West Virginia.
Bluefield, West Virginia.
Is that near
just right on the
Bluefield?
line.
It's right across it's right across the state line.
That's near Princeton.
You are stirring the pot, aren't you?
Well, you know what?
No, I'm just messing with you, man. It's right there, right when you go through the tunnel, right into Virginia.
Absolutely.
West Virginia.
Tell you what, Mr. Business and Mr. Pleasure, the main attraction, taking over the match here. They have taken control of the Black Angel and are working quite efficiently on him there. Big forearm, big elbow down across the back of the neck, and a big right hand. Why do these guys, I notice a lot of these guys, they tape their fists. What is that all about, guys?
Well, it could be for several different reasons. You know, you could have sprained hand or broken fingers.
We could hide a foreign object in there.
Well, I don't know. Could you, Ole?
I don't know. You never saw me wear anything on my fist but my knuckles.
Well, I think a lot
How
of
did they
times
feel, Rick?
it's to protect their hands there, Ben, I believe. If you notice, he's using a fist a lot out there tonight.
Well, you know, with Perry James in your corner, I don't put anything by these guys with that guy in their corner.
Did you see what just happened right here? It was a blind tag. A tag. This is smart. I got to say, this is the main attraction. They tag without a Dark Angel knowing that he tagged. If I get that out straight there, Ole, help me get that out.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Missile drop kick by Chris Steele there. Taking Black Angel's going to whip him into the ride there, and Black Angel going to duck under. Oh, but a spinning back kick, and Black Angel, who was mounting a little bit of momentum there, goes hard down again, and he's having a hard time.
See what this guy here don't understand? This ain't no disco.
No, it is.
You know.
If he'd have been there, now if he gets out,
See,
if he'd have been there a couple seconds earlier, he might have had the pin.
Chris Steele, reverse chin lock there, driving that knee right in the center of the Black Angel's back. Black Angel taking a lot of punishment here. He needs to get over and tag a fresh man in the corner. How important is that? I know you guys used to tag in and out a lot.
Exactly. We always tried to continue. We tried to keep the match going. Our point was trying to wear our opponents down. And there again, I think Rick can testify. We made certain that Gene and I, or Arn and I, we tagged in and we tagged out as often as we possibly could. And at the same time, kept our opponent, the same opponent, in the ring.
Absolutely.
If we had the Rock and Roll Express, we kept Ricky in. Or if we had Robert, we kept Robert in. But we tried to prevent them from making tags, while we, in fact, made all the tags.
well, it's like you say, when you got your opponent down, you try to keep him down, keep the fresher man in.
Exactly.
And I guess with the 5 count, if you tag in and out, you could virtually have 2 men in the ring at all times.
Well, for that period of 5 counts, you're absolutely right.
Absolutely, which I think would be great strategy if you were that way inclined, you know.
Well, that was our strategy. It was our strategy to make use of that 5 count, as well as we've already said many times, to go ahead and take one part of the body and work on that and work on that and work on that. Eventually, most everybody will succumb because they just can't take that type of punishment.
The human body's only going to take so much, and we can see that happening right now to the Black Angel. He's trying to fight through it, but he's out on his back up there, Ricky. He is in a lot of trouble, and this thing could be over. Scott Powers hits anything off the top rope here. We could have a new set of tag team champions right here. I mean, all he's got to do is make the cover. Mac McMurray with a count of 2, nearly 3, but a kind of a sloppy cover there on the part of Mr. Business.
Well, you got to understand. You got to understand as you go back through the years. You know, I was lucky when I come into this business because my dad, Paul Morton, he been in the business all life. He broke me into the business, but the things he told me, he said, some things I can tell you that you won't understand. You have to learn on your own. Just like these guys out here, there's a lot of things I got to learn on their own. But making mistakes over and over, the same mistake, they need to stop that. They need to work on that part.
Absolutely. For those of you just joining us, this is the North American Tag Team Championship match. The champions there, Black Angel and Dion Johnson, facing the main attraction. Also, for those folks just joining them, Ole, you've got a new book out, which is on sale right now.
I sure do. It's called Inside Out. It's all about my career in professional wrestling. It's a heck of a book. It's got a lot of good pictures in there of a lot of people that you know, Wahoo McDaniel and Ricky and Robert and on and on and on. It's a good read for anybody that's interested in professional wrestling.
Absolutely. I haven't read the entire book, Rolly, but I have read
Well, there are
excerpts.
words in there for you, Ben, that you may not understand. But in any event, that's why we put pictures in there, so you would be able to.
It takes me a little longer. I have to look things up in the dictionary as I go, but.
Oh yeah.
But it is a very interesting read, and I would encourage anybody out there who is a fan of wrestling or interested in wrestling to buy it and take a look at it.
Right now, they can only buy it online. So you got to go online to oleanderson.com, and you'll find out the information that you need to find out to be able to order the book. It's a good book. 380-some pages, 80-some pictures. Buy it. You'll enjoy it.
You know, the next one you write, take it easy on the big words, okay?
Like the, is, are.
It is a pleasure working with you here tonight, I can tell you that.
Well, I'm sure it is, Ben. Anybody who works with you would be a pleasure for you.
Not only is, it's great to have a legend like yourself here on our TV show tonight.
Well, let's not make me too old.
Well, look, they say I'm a legend. I'm still in my prime, I believe.
Yep, you're still a legend. You've done it all.
Yeah.
Regardless of age, anybody who's done the things in the sport that you guys have, I would classify those guys legends.
Whoa, hit Big Dion. He's going crazy out here now, Ben.
Dion is cleaning house. He's coming in. He's calling for a clean house. He has backed Chris Steele up in the corner. Oh, and he's going to deliver a big right hand. Black Angel has come back up. He's got Scott Powers. Scott Powers is going to pitch him onto the outside, though. Black Angel obviously still hurting from that beating he'd taken. And look at Perry James over here. Look at Perry James putting up boots to him. What's going on here? What's going on here? The Terminators are back out here, Ricky. What is this about?
I don't know, man. They come here and distracted Big Dion. He needs to turn around.
Oh! What was that? What was that?
He just burned him.
He just threw fire in his face. Chris Steele with a handful of tights, and they have counted Dion Johnson out.
Now I guess we know who that friend of the South is.
Absolutely, the Terminators beating Danny Dollar and Brad Hunter earlier, coming out here to ringside. They burned Dion Johnson. I saw fire. Did you guys see fire?
Yes. Did you see it?
I saw some fire.
We have got new North American Tag Team Champions. Perry James has pulled it off.
Well, you understand, they said it was brought here by a friend from the South. I guess the whole world knows now that friend from the South's got to be Perry James.
I tell you what, the crowd in Morristown is incensed here tonight. We have new North American Tag Team Champions fans, and we are going to break right now, fans. We have a hard break, but we will be right back with more wrestling action. We have the dream match and much more coming up, so stay with us right after these commercial messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event is the Dream Match, voted on by 10,000 plus of you, the NACW fans. Introducing first, at 248 pounds, from Marietta, Georgia, Buff the Stuff Bagwell. And his opponent, incredible, 256 pounds, from Atlanta, Georgia, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner.
And that is not booze there, wrestling fans. That is ooh. Did I do that right, Ricky?
Well, Ben, here we have it. This is the dream match. Buff
This
the Stuff Bagwell against Rick Steiner.
This is going to be a fantastic contest between two world-class professional wrestlers. This should be something. I tell you what, Rick Steiner, a big, tough individual.
Rick Steiner was a great amateur wrestler. I've wrestled him many times, and there's just nothing he can't do. And he does it well. He does it hard. When you get done with him in the ring, you wish the heck you weren't there.
Well, I know it, Ole, and don't let anything deceive you like you barking at the moon or crazy. When he steps in that ring, he knows exactly what he's doing at all times.
Well, I like to say crazy like a fox.
Are either of you guys, I guess I was a little bit derelict in my duties, are either of you familiar with Rick's amateur career?
Oh, yeah. I sure am, yeah. Wrestled at Michigan.
University of Michigan.
Yeah.
Him and Scotty both did.
Wolverines, pardon me? Yeah, both
him
him and Scott, exactly.
Him and his brother both.
Yep. And they were both college All-Americans, and they were both, well, they were just very good. Being All-American, you got to be pretty good.
I tell you what, I'd have to say these guys, strength-wise, weight-wise, are a pretty even match here. And I think the fans here in Morristown are having a hard time picking a favorite here.
Well, right here, being sound lost for words, because you look at this match, you got Rick Steiner, which is a crowd favorite. You got Buff Bagwell, which is a crowd favorite. But both these guys right now, all they're worried about is what each other's going to do and who's going to win this match. The winner of this match is what they're worried about.
Oh, my. Rick Steiner, Buff Bagwell trying to break clean there in the corner. Rick Steiner with a big right hand. He sent Buff flying all the way across the ring.
There I see something about they might be both equal in the sense of strength. But Rick Steiner is a little bit more equal because he'll be a little brutal when it's necessary.
Wow. Buff sending him across
elbow.
the ring. Elbow to the chin takes him down, and then a clothesline. Oh, and a neck breaker. Rick Steiner looks like he's going to take a little break here on the outside, try to get his win back. Is that attack a lot of people use? I mean, is that something you consciously think about, Ole, or is that just knowing where you are in the ring?
Well, it stops the rhythm that your opponent is getting into. It shakes him up a little bit. It makes him think a little bit more. And while you're out there, he's wondering what the heck you're thinking about. That's his way, guy on the outside, that's his way of trying to control the match. Control the tempo.
All Rick's doing right now is Buff got the better of him. He just slowing him down a little bit.
And he looks like he has succeeded in his effort here, but Buff's going to the outside. Oh, he's torn a sign up. He's over here accosting a fan at ringside. They have torn down the barrier separating the wrestlers from the fans over there. Rick Steiner not being very kind with the fans in the front row.
Well, that's Rick Steiner for you.
Absolutely. Buff Bagwell going to send him across the ring now off the ropes. A big boot to the midsection, and Buff is taking off the gloves too here with a big right hand right on the jaw.
Well, he's taking it to him. I got to say one thing. You got to imagine if you ever wrestle these guys, like the strength they got, the brutal strength, just grabbing you on your arm, man, dropping you to your knees. It's unbelievable how strong both these guys are.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about Bagwell. I've seen him oftentimes, but I do know about Rick Steiner. And Rick Steiner is able to pick up a guy. If he weighs 300 pounds, he wouldn't have a problem. That Big Lumber, or what his name was?
Big Wood.
Big Wood,
excuse me. He would have no trouble picking that guy up. That would be an interesting match, I think.
Steiner has, he's going, flying clothesline. Catches Bagwell right under the chin.
The flying Steiner liner or something.
That's
what you call
pain. That's a new one, the Steiner liner? You picked that up by yourself?
That's what you call her.
You're right. You're right.
I know, Ole, throughout much of your career, you were, I guess how you put this politely, unpopular with the fans. Does that weigh on you in a situation like Rick Steiner's in now where the fans are getting on him a little bit? How does that affect you in the ring?
I wasn't even popular with the wrestlers.
Get out of my match!
Well, you got to understand, see, as being, some people say being popular with the fan, Rick Steiner is Rick Steiner. He's always like this, no matter if he's good or bad.
You know what?
And
exactly.
it's not.
No, the thing is, for me in particular, and I think Rick is probably very similar, if not in fact the same, we didn't care what anybody thinks. We don't care what anybody thinks. We're out there to do the one thing that we can do, and we do it best. We wrestle. Somebody asked me years ago, how come you don't have all these fancy jackets and all that? Said, listen, Gene and I do one thing, or Arn and I do one thing better than anybody else. Guys said, what's that? I said, we wrestle. Well, that's what Scott's doing. Rick is doing, I should say. He's wrestling. And the idea that some fans might be for him or some fans might be against him, I don't think that registers at all.
No, it don't. It's important who he's wrestling to. Like if he's wrestling Big Wood tonight, the people will be cheering for Rick Steiner.
Right.
Could very well be.
He's wrestling Buff Bagwell. Buff Bagwell is a popular wrestler.
Yep.
So understand, Rick Steiner didn't change nothing about him. He's changed nothing about his personality. He wrestles like he always wrestled. That's the win.
Well, you know, I made a comment years ago when they were talking about me being bad or being good. I said, if you remember Richard Nixon, maybe that's a little old for a lot of people, but I said he was elected by a landslide. A few years later, he was drummed out of the presidency. So he didn't change, but the people changed. They viewed him differently. And that's what you're saying too, that the people look at Rick, and in some cases, depending upon who he's against, they like him. In other cases, they don't. But he still stays the same. A little bit goofy, a little bit off, but a good wrestler.
I'll tell you what, belly-to-back suplex.
Ben, he almost jerked him out of his boots.
Absolutely. He landed him right on his head down there. And, of course, we know we were talking about earlier, you know, they were talking about Bagwell's neck. You know, Steiner broke his neck in a match here well, not many years ago, but a few years back. But from my perspective, we were talking
Did anybody tell him?
I think so. From my perspective, you know, we talk about the managers on the outside. You know, when you're in there and you've got to watch that third guy on the outside, as a guy who's not popular with the fans, I would think when you go on the floor, you got to have eyes in the back of your head.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes it would certainly help if you did have a couple eyes in the back of your head. That's again why it was so great for us as a tag team wrestling combination. We did have eyes in the back of our head. Our partner was our eye. We're our eyes.
Yeah, he said the same thing with Ben Robert. We always looked out for each other, no matter where we at, what situation we was in, inside that ring and outside the ring.
Absolutely. Rick Steiner with another count of two. Buff Bagwell in a lot of trouble here. He's taken a lot of punishment, and this match is not very old here, and he has taken a lot of punishment, and Steiner pulling back on that chin right now.
Shut up!
Absolutely, Buff Bagwell here. Oh, and a big right hand by Rick Steiner. And now, Ole, he's making a mistake here. I think he's going over to jaw at the fans. Obviously, the fans getting under his skin a little bit.
Well, maybe they are. And that's, of course, a lapse on his part.
Bagwell getting that boot up right under the
face?
chin of Rick Steiner. Right under the chin, and Bagwell comes out of the corner with a clothesline, and both men are down. We've got a gut check moment here. North American Championship Wrestling Retribution. Which of these guys is going to get up and get to it? Bagwell is trying to get the fans behind him here. He's trying to get them up. Oh, and he is coming. He is firing those right hands in. He's going to back him up into the ropes and send him across the ring. Oh, and another clothesline.
What a great dream match this has been.
And a drop kick right under, and another one. Rapid fire drop kicks. Buff Bagwell, I would never turn my back on a man like Rick Steiner. Never.
You're right. I wouldn't turn my back on anybody, but I sure wouldn't be turning my back on Rick Steiner. I agree with that one.
That's a death wish.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Rick Steiner caught him coming in. Bagwell, Buff is struggling to his feet. He is, but now he's trying to pull Steiner off the ropes. Oh, and that got him just enough time there, Ricky, to deliver that right hand.
Just lost his balance enough. What is Buff doing now, climbing up to the top rope?
This is a high-risk, high-reward type maneuver. If he can pull this off, this match may be over, but wow! Superplex right off the top, Ricky.
Ben, both guys right now are down.
Buff Bagwell,
go for the cover. That's it.
There. Buff Bagwell finally gets over and covers him, but he didn't hook the leg, Ole.
Nope. That's going to be another mistake.
Buff Bagwell going back up. He's going to the well one more time, wrestling fans. And Steiner has pulled the referee in the way. He has pulled the referee right in front. Bagwell has nailed referee Rusty Young. Rusty Young is down.
What a kick to the midsection there. That knocked not only that knocked the breath out of you, it knocked the life out of you. Well, he just threw the referee out of the ring.
Rick Steiner throwing the referee out of the ring. He's going up top. Bagwell is down. Buff is down. He's obviously hurt. Steiner taking a lot of time here, though, Ole. Steiner is taking a lot of time.
Whoa.
Oh! Bagwell going to the ropes. He jerked the ropes again, causing Steiner to fall. Now both men are down. Who is going to get up? Who's going to get to their feet?
I don't know,
Get the referee up.
but doing that split on the ropes isn't any fun.
The referee is down. Referee Rusty Young is on the mat, and Rick Steiner has delivered a DDT. Bagwell is out. He is flat out in the center of the ring. Oh, he's taking a chair. He's taking a chair into the ring.
Here we go. What's Rick Steiner going to do here?
Oh! He missed with a chair. Buff ducked under and then drop kicked it right into Rick Steiner. He drop kicked it right into Steiner. Buff's going back up. He's going back up. He's on the second rope. He's going back to the well. Oh, and he's hit it. The blockbuster. But the referee's still down. Here comes Mac McMurray. Here comes Mac McMurray. Buff has got a chair. Ring the bell. The referee's calling for the bell.
Now, there was a mistake with that chair. That referee could see him with the chair, so what choice does he have? Bagwell should have had more sense and left that chair alone.
You see right there, Buff made a mistake by pushing the referee there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with your Retribution main event, North American Heavyweight title match, right after these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our feature event of the evening and will be for the North American Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger at 281 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia.
Bull Buchanan going after Drew Delight. Oh, and he was up in the lights with that backdrop. Drew Delight severely outmanned here. He is outweighed, and Bull is much stronger. And if he goes toe-to-toe with Bull Buchanan, the results are not going to be pretty. Our ring announcer, Eric Thacker, had to bail out of there, fans, when Bull took off after Drew. Obviously very upset about recent happenings here in North American Championship Wrestling. This is for the North American Heavyweight title, currently held by Drew Delight. Bull Buchanan is weighing in tonight at 285 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia. Drew Delight also Atlanta from 235, and he is managed by everyone's favorite Perry James. And I see Tommy Gunn at ringside, Ricky.
Well, you see, when you see Perry James, you see Tommy Gunn, you see them all. Their crew always hangs together. But understand, Big Bull come out. He's wanting to make his point clear tonight, and he's wanting to be the North American Heavyweight Champion.
Absolutely. And Drew Delight, if he is to have any chance here at all against Bull Buchanan, he is going to have to outquick him. He is going to have to try to out-wrestle him and keep the big man off his feet. And as we know, everybody's wondering, is Bull's shoulder okay? And obviously there, Drew Delight driving that boot right into that shoulder. Maybe that shoulder's not completely healed. He hurt several weeks ago, Ricky.
Well, Ben, you got to understand, but I'm going to say this for Drew Delight. Drew Delight, he's a smart wrestler. He knows that Bull was hurt. He knows that injury, that he's just coming off of it. He's going to go to work on it no matter what.
Well, he's been watching the Andersons, apparently. Maybe some old tapes or something, because that's exactly what we would do. If a guy hurt himself, whatever part of the body might be, we went after that body part. A lot of people didn't like it, and the people that really didn't like it were our opponents.
And a lot of people suffered from it, including me.
Absolutely.
I remember you had a bad nose for a while. That's why I always kept on punching you in your nose.
Well, at the hands of the Four Horsemen.
Absolutely. Bull Buchanan does some amazing things for a man his size. He's 6'5", he's over 280 pounds, and can do some incredible things in that ring.
Man, I've even seen him walk across the top rope.
Absolutely. Bull Buchanan's going to do a little work on the shoulder of Drew Delight at this point.
Well, matter of fact, here he goes.
Look at this. Watch this. This is one of his signature movers. He's going to walk out there just like a tightrope walker. 6'5", 285. Oh! And if that didn't jerk his shoulder out of socket, I don't know it, Ricky.
Only have you had a chance to, have you ever wrestled Big Bull?
No, first time I've ever seen him.
Great wrestler.
Big Bull Buchanan is one rough, tough individual, and he has gone to work on the left arm of Drew Delight, obviously trying to do some damage himself here.
I think he has put the fear in all of his eyes there. After this injury they gave him he's come back. He's got a lot on his mind. He knows what he wants to accomplish, and he'll come here tonight to accomplish it. But what bothers me is Perry James and all his big crew he's got that hangs around him.
Absolutely. Perry James and the Rat Pack, as I like to call him. He manages the main attraction. He's been managing Tommy Gunn. Obviously, Tommy Gunn losing a contest to Bull Buchanan here several weeks back. And then, you know, the Rat Pack hits the ring just like they always do, and they try to injure his shoulder. They did injure his shoulder. He promised the fans he would be here tonight. He promised the fans that he would beat Drew Delight. And he said, quote, Bull Buchanan, and he drove that shoulder right into the ring post. But to quote Bull, he said if he could get his hands around Perry James' throat, he was going to pop that bald head just like a zit.
Well,
his words, not mine.
okay here. But you see, Drew Delight just went back on that shoulder.
Absolutely. Now they have driven Bull Buchanan hard into those ring steps over there, and we see Tommy Gunn getting involved here on the outside, putting the boots to Bull Buchanan.
Well, see, that gets under my crawl right there. He's here to fight for the championship title against Drew Delight. Once Perry James got everybody else interfering in the match.
Absolutely. In effect, it's 3-on-1 out here right now in Morristown, Tennessee, here at Retribution. Bull Buchanan, though, he's a big, tough customer, and you know he's going to give you a fight when you crawl in that ring.
Well, Benny's going to give you a fight any time of the day, anytime when you step in that ring with him. That's what he come here for. He's a man. He wants to do what he wants to do.
Absolutely. Perry James over there shouting, Tommy Gunn shouting. They're shouting encouragement to Drew Delight, who has Bull Buchanan down, who is working hard on that shoulder. We are up against a hard break right here, fans. Stay with us. We're going to take you to conclusion. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Welcome back to Retribution, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. We have a fantastic North American heavyweight title bout in the ring. Drew Delight working hard on that injured left shoulder of Bull Buchanan. The fans here getting behind Bull Buchanan. He has got to get up. He's got to use that strength and that size advantage.
Well, you know, Ben, just looking at this right here, this is a great matchup tonight. These guys here are having a great match for this heavyweight title. Here goes Drew Delight up to the top rope now.
High risk, high reward.
Both these guys have really been working hard, both trying to win. And right now it's kind of a toss-up. This Buchanan, I got his name right?
Bull Buchanan.
Well,
Top contender for the North American heavyweight title.
He's obviously got some problems with that shoulder.
He absolutely does. They did injure that several weeks back, if we alluded to earlier. And Drew Delight, you know, he's a technician, Ricky. You can't take anything away from him. He's a little smaller than Drew, but you can't question his wrestling ability. You can't question his toughness. The only thing I question is why he has Perry James in his corner.
Well, that's the whole thing I mentioned about, you know, because you got to understand, Drew Delight on his own, he could be a top wrestler just by himself. Perry James is just dragging him down, making a bad name for himself.
Well, you got to understand. That's his insurance policy.
Which one?
That kid on the outside.
Okay.
That manager on the outside.
That's his insurance.
He's got a 2-paragraph, at least 2-page or maybe more insurance policy. Yeah?
You do realize at the current time, Perry James owns the North American heavyweight title and also the North American tag team titles. We saw those belts change hands earlier right here tonight in a very controversial decision with the Terminators. The Terminators coming out and throwing fire in the face of Dion Johnson.
Well, Ben, I don't know what to say about that situation there, but the only thing I want to say right now is about this match that's going on here right now. Big Bull. Drew Delight knows he's got that shoulder hurt. Big Bull needs to get back up. He's look at his eyes right here. He knows what he's got to do, and you watch him here in a minute. He's gonna lead Drew Delight on here for a minute, and then he's gonna knock his head off.
Absolutely, but Drew Delight working hard on that left shoulder. He knows it's hurt, and he continually goes back to it, which is the mark. I mean, his strategy is working very nicely at this point. Anytime Bull starts to make a little progress there, he really clamps down on that left shoulder, and obviously Bull in a lot of pain here.
Well, here
Ricky.
comes Tommy Gunn back around. Look at this, Ben. This is what really gets me right here. And Tommy Gunn,
come on, Daryl Morris.
Too. What right does he have to be out here? What right is he doing this right here?
Tommy Gunn, part of the Rat Pack, out here watching Perry James's back. As I've said earlier, he obviously helps out with the dirty work, but Perry James obviously feeling a little more secure. And look at Perry James coming down the apron. What is Perry James doing on the ring apron? He dropped a leg right across his throat, right on the ring apron.
As his two boys distracted the referee. But you got to understand that Bull's down before he put his hands on him.
Well, you know, as big as that bull is, it seems to me, this Perry James, not Perry James, what's the kid's name in the ring again?
Drew Delight.
He's going to have to stay after that kid anyway because he's got a lot of doggone power in that 285, 6'5" body. It's going to take a heck of a lot more than just working on that arm.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely, though. When you're in pain, you don't think clearly, do you guys?
Well,
How does that?
When I was wrestling Ricky, I wasn't sure if he's in pain or not, but it was obvious he wasn't thinking clearly.
Yes. I was in pain and always in pain, but you got to understand right here, you see he's going he's got them nerves, them pain shooting down that arm.
Oh,
Sweat in his eyes.
Yeah, you know,
he's got a lot on his mind.
I'm trying to make a little fun here, you know, Rick. It's easy now that I've been retired, I can do that. But you're absolutely right. I'm all crippled up as it is, and I sure as heck wouldn't want to have to go through that again.
Well, you know, it's like all the fans out here. They only see, they don't feel, they don't know what the pain is of Bull Buchanan in that ring right now.
You're right.
Absolutely. Drew Delight, your North American heavyweight champion, has been working hard on that left shoulder, that left arm since inception in this match, and he's had a lot of help on the outside, but Bull with a Russian leg sweep there comes out. But obviously, they've done a lot of damage to that left shoulder and left arm.
Yes, they have. And look at this. Here goes Tommy Gunn to get out there. Man, I just can't stand to see her here to have such a great matchup like this, such a great match for this title, and see all this outside interference.
Well, there have been maybe somewhere, depending upon what the outcome of this match is, that might be a place where this kid in the ring might want to find somehow to keep those other people out.
Yeah.
You know, there's various possibilities, various types of matches that you can ask for. If your outfit is willing to do it, he might be able to put himself in a position where he can have a fair contest with this kid and not have the outside interference.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I still got my faith in Big Bull on here tonight.
I mean, I myself, I would petition the commission. I'd like to see them put these guys in something, albeit a cage match, something of that nature, where these guys couldn't get in on the outside, where we could have a man-on-man type battle.
That's one possibility, sure.
Or we could bar these guys from the ringside area. Just send them into the back.
Well, but you're going to understand that's Perry James. He's going to think of something else.
Well, Perry James is always spending the cash. He's got the hot shot lawyers. It's hard to get anything done around here, I can tell you that.
Well, it's going to come to a situation where you get things done, you got to do it yourself. And at this time point right now, I'm just disgusted of watching how good Bull come out here, knowing that he's hurt, going against three guys.
Absolutely. You see him. He is toughed in up here, though. I tell you what, this is the wrong tact.
Tell him, Bull.
This is the wrong tact, I think, for the North American heavyweight champion to take, to stand there and trade blows with Bull Buchanan. Even if he only has one arm, I don't think is going to pay any dividends for the North American heavyweight champion.
Well, he's taking the fight right to him, injured or not injured, showing him that, but he's got just as guts as anybody does.
Bull Buchanan takes him down with a snapmare of the corner and then goes hard into his back with his right shoulder, using himself as a battering ram.
I thought he used his head.
It was close. It was part of it.
I think
you think he hit him with his head?
Yeah, I think he did.
It could have been. You could be exactly right.
Well, it happened so fast, I'm not sure myself. Where's your? We need that slow motion or that replay.
Slow motion instant replay would clear that up for us. And here we go. Here, Drew Delight, you know, he's gone back to his strategy. You know, he's gone back to his game plan. He's trying to work hard on that left arm and shoulder. He's got the big man off the mat where they're both the same size. And, you know, the Bull's strength advantage is pretty much null and void when he's flat on his back.
That's right. You know, you got to understand, too, only little things you don't know. Drew Delight, he's a tough guy on his own. You know, he's won a couple of tough man contests. He's an amateur wrestler. Training martial arts. He's hanging there with the best of them.
Wow!
And right now, he's got Bull so mad at him that Bull's going to do anything to try to win this match.
I tell you what, that was incredible impact in the ring, and it looks like to me Drew Delight is having trouble getting his wits about him up there. He's rolled over on his face. He's trying to shake the cobwebs out, but Bull Buchanan having a lot of trouble here, too. He's trying to pull himself up.
Come on, Bull.
Well, here's where we're going to find, like they used to say when we were wrestling, we're going to find out who wants it the most.
That's right. It's coming down to the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
Heck, we're in overtime.
These guys have been going hard at it here. These guys have been going hard at it here for several minutes. They've been in there for 15 minutes at least, and Bull Buchanan taking a lot of punishment on that left shoulder and arm, and I'm not sure Drew Delight what he's going. He's going up top. He's got something on his mind here. I'm just not sure what. Oh,
Lord!
Bull Buchanan has got him, and he has flipped him right out of the corner. Bull is going up top. He is going up top. That's 6'5", 285. Wow.
Well, he hit that arm again.
But he did. You're exactly right, Ole. When he pointed out, he nailed him with that left arm and shoulder.
Yep. You know, for that moment, he just forgot what has happened to his left arm and used that as opposed to using his right arm. So he hurt himself again.
Good.
But he's coming.
Absolutely. The crowd here in Morristown, Tennessee, is chanting Bull, Bull, Bull.
At this time right now, he's fighting as a one-armed man.
Absolutely. Oh, and he has hit him in the corner, and he is beating the tar out of Drew Delight. He is down. Drew Delight is down. Here comes Bull Buchanan. He's off the top.
Whoa.
Oh. Monster clothesline. Bull Buchanan going for the cover. He has got him.
Oh.
He has got him. He got his leg across the ropes there.
I think Tommy Gunn put his leg up there.
Absolutely. Bull Buchanan in complete charge of this match right now, fans, belly to back, and he is going up again. He is going one more time. Oh, and he is going to take him up for a third one. Belly to back suplex. Drew trying to fight out of it.
There it is.
Oh, and he dropped him right on his head. That could be it. Bull's got to go for the cover.
Come on, Bull.
Bull has got to go for the cover. Bull has got to go for the cover, wrestling fans. He is waiting for Drew Delight to get up. Oh, and he missed the scissor kick. We missed the scissor kick. Oh, but he nailed him right there. He nailed him right. Here comes Tommy Gunn. What is Tommy? Oh, and Tommy Gunn drops it right on him. Oh, no! Pile driver. Here comes the main attraction.
You know what? I'd have had enough of this, man.
Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton is going to ringside.
Ricky Morton heading to ringside. Yeah, grab something that you use. Don't ask me.
Go, fans. We have got to go. Thank you for joining us for Retribution.